Lahat ng drama, tawanan, balita at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila. Live from Cool Studios, this is koolNews at noon.
Good afternoon, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is koolNews at noon. I'm Cairo, and we are live on Cool FM and News Radio 93.1, where we share some news headlines that care for you. Let's begin with our first headlines. As the number of unemployed Filipinos fell to 1.63 million in December from 1.66 million in November, amid the seasonal increase in employment during the holiday season. That translates to a jobless rate of 3.1% from 3.2% before, the Philippine Statistics Authority reported on Thursday. But the quality of available jobs created during the holiday season was low and may not be enough for some workers to make ends meet. The number of unemployed Filipinos, or those who sought additional jobs or working hours to augment their income, rose to 5.48 million in December from 5.35 million in the preceding month. That is equivalent to an underemployment rate of 10.9% from 10.8% before. The House of Representatives on Wednesday impeached Vice President Sara Duterte, the first time that the second highest official of the Philippines was formally charged with a serious breach of the Constitution that could lead to her removal from office following her break with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Crossing party lines, 215 House members supported the fourth impeachment complaint against Duterte on the last session day before Congress adjourned for the midterm elections. This number is more than the 102, or one-third of these 306 members of the chamber whose votes are necessary to approve the articles of impeachment. The president earlier said that he did not support the impeachment, but his son, Ilocos Norte Representative Sandro Marcos, was the first to sign the document, and his cousin, Speaker Martin Romualdez Aldez, was the 215th signatory. Taking the floor mid-afternoon, Majority Leader Manuel Dalipa announced that Duterte had been impeached and that the lawmakers were the complainants themselves. Meanwhile, Cagayan de Oro City Representative Lorgan Suan posted the statement on social media just minutes after the House of Representatives voted to transmit to the Senate the impeachment complaint against the Vice President on Wednesday afternoon. I voted yes to impeach Sara Duterte. The House has spoken. Now it's the Senate's turn. Accountability starts now. The young Suan, who is on his first term as lawmaker, is among the 39 Mindanao legislators who signed the impeachment complaint against Duterte for culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust, graft and corruption, and other high crimes. The 39 impeachment votes comprised 64% of 61 House members from Mindanao. In addition, there are two party list representatives from the region: Trade Union Congress of the Philippines Representative Raymond Mendoza, husband of Cotabato Governor Emilio Talino Mendoza, and Association of Philippine Electric Cooperatives Representative Sergio Dagco. The complainant gathered 250 signatures, or about 70% of the 306 House members. Meanwhile, inflation was steady at 2.9% in January as a decline in prices, a first in more than 3 years, and slower increase in utility costs curbed typhoon-induced jump in food prices. Inflation, as measured by the Consumer Price Index, was unchanged from December's rate, the Philippine Statistics Authority reported on Wednesday. But the January trend was higher than the 2.8% median estimate in the inquiry poll of economics last week. Nevertheless, the January CPI settled within the 2.5 to 3.5% forecast range of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. It also marked another month of winning inflation, staying within the 2 to 4% target range of the PSP. broke it down, inflation for the heavily weighted food basket sped up to 3.8% from 3.4% in the preceding month, making it the top contributor to the overall price growth as typhoon-induced supply problems persisted. The Statistics Agency reported notable price hikes in tomatoes, which posted an inflation of 155.7%, as well as in pork and galunggong round stock. But those cost spikes had been offset by the 2.3% contraction in rice prices, the first such decline since December 2021. At the press conference, National Statistician Claire Dennis Mapa said the deflation of the staple grain would likely continue until July due to distortions from these effects. Any action to reduce the price of rice is always beneficial to our Filipino consumers, Mapa said. Other contributors to the stable headline inflation rate last month was the mild 2.2% uptick in utility costs and rent, easing from the 2.9% price hike in December. Restaurants and accommodation services also posted a slower price gain of 3.2% from 3.8% previously. We remain vigilant and proactive in anticipating and addressing future developments, whether upside or downside risk, unforeseen or otherwise, said Secretary Arsenio Balisacan of the National Economic and Development Authority. The BSP said it would maintain a measured approach to monetary policy easing to ensure price stability, adding that the drip reduction and negative base effects were expected to support this inflation. As it is, BSP Governor Ali Romulo Jr. had hinted at another quarter print cut to the policy rate when the Monetary Board convenes again on February 13. That will be one of the 225 basis point rate reductions that might happen this year as the central bank moves to support an economy that will be below target in 2024. Ars Kanay, economics at HSBC Global Research, said the rate-cutting cycle will likely remain on track. Regardless of the CPI print, we continue to expect the BSP to cut its policy rate next week by 25 basis points to 5.5%, Kanay said. A rate cut will lend some momentum to domestic demand, with credit growth still well below pre-pandemic levels. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has extended the term of Philippine National Police Chief General Romel Francisco Marbel for 4 more months, the Presidential Communications Office said on Thursday. It will be effective on February 7th or Marcos' supposed retirement date. A memorandum dated February 4, 2025, signed by Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin, states that the President approved the extension of Marcos' government service beyond the compulsory retirement age of 56, the PCO said in a statement. The memorandum was addressed to Interior and Local Government Secretary John Vic Remula. In a press conference on January 21, Remula said Marbel's terms extension would not cause any grievance in the organization. The extension is only 6 months at most, so I don't see any reason. The stability of the institution becomes more important, especially during elections, he said. Marcos also earlier said that he was studying the term extension. This is koolNews at noon. It is now 12:10 p.m. as we will return right after the break.
This koolNews edition was brought to you by One Mills. Walang kasing katulad na saya sa pagkaing abot kaya. Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated Memorial Park. Alay sa Diwang Pilipino.
Himlayang Pilipino.
Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan. Baygon, the #1 insect killer brand in the Philippines. QBA Telecom's all-new Aria Saya 30, now with 10 gigabytes access to Mobile Legends, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, Wild Rift, Cookie Run Kingdom, and Clash Royale for 7 days. QBA Telecom, connecting every Filipino story. And Tender Josie, #1 hot dog, walang katulad.
Yung oras na, hangout na!
Makitawa.
Timbang ni Chito sa weigh-in, laban ni Chito umabot sa 300 kilogram.
Makichismis.
So, anong say mo? Tirik sa Mix Channel. Cheat. Next ga! Sisipi kahit kailan.
At makigulo tuwing gabi kasama ang Hangout with Mamon. Hangout with Mamon. Lunes hanggang Miyerkules, 8 p.m.
Ito po ang Hangout with Mamon.
Dito lang sa nag-iisang himpilan, Kool FM.
Ang usa sa mga nakasulay og naayo sa iBerry.
Hello! Ako si Lourdes, usa ka fruit vendor. Naadi ay ko katarata. Ingon si Doc, ipa-opera na. 80,000 di ko oy, mahal kaayo. Nagsulay ko aning iBerry. Nawala ang panganod og blurred sa akong pananaw. Murag na ay mantika sa akong mata. Epektibo sa daw ni sa katiguangan. Sa dihang nag-iBerry ko. Wala na katong panganod sa akong mata. Ug wala madayon ang paopera. Salamat sa iBerry.
iBerry papalit sa Mercury, Rose Pharmacy o sa inyong mga suking butika.
Dapat tunayan na, sa panahon ng pinakamatinding pagsubok, dala ni James Roaf ang pagbangon, pag-asa at pagbabago. Nang tinamaan tayo ng matitinding kalamidad, nagpatayo si Roaf ng higit 200,000 bahay at nagbigay ng hanap buhay para sa mga nasakuna. Nang naging kalihim ng turismo si Roaf, higit 5 milyong turista ang bumisita sa Pilipinas at nakalikha ng higit 10,000 trabaho at oportunidad para sa lahat. Leadership, results, integrity. James Roaf, pagbabagong kailangan para sa ating bagong bayan.
Petron Gasul, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasul, kasaligan sa kusina, sakto sa timbang. Tung sa True Blue Flame, grabe yun kasulid, gold quality standard, dilig yun ka maipit. Petron Gasul, maugoy kasaligan, daghang sunod, pero di yun matukngan. Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul. One Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman, one Pacman.
One Pacman Party List. Champion sa sports. Number 22 sa balota.
22 tayo.
Mamadaming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mamadaming time. Champion detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na!
Sa Champion Quick Wash Technology, less time sa lavada, more time sa pamilya.
Mark Juice 9-in-1.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1. Ika'y mapapawaw sa sarap. Ito ang juice na para sa lahat. Merong benepisyo sa ating katawan. Ang juice na to nakakabawas ng timbang. Basta Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1. Siguradong masarap yan. Pwede sa lahat kasi halal. Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1. Ganado ka.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1 drink mix. Ganado araw-araw basta naka Mark Juice. Call or text 0947-645-3153 or 042-717-3163. Email sales@jmarmarketing.com. Visit the Shopee account Jmar Marketing Online Shop. Sa Lazada, Jmar Marketing Online Shop. Sa Facebook, Jmar Marketing Food Trader.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1.
Ang kailangan ng Pilipino, bigas, hindi angas, kabuhayan, kaligtasan, hindi bardagulan, hanap buhay, hindi hanap away, hindi gera sa politika, kundi gera kontra gutom. Ang Pilipino, hindi lang dapat puro ambisyon, dapat ay may solusyon. Senator Amy Marcos po, unahin ang pagkain.
Tight game! Shoots! And it's... Nabitin? Mag-Tusiran Forte with Total Cough Relief Formula. Laban sa dry non-stop ubo, kati sa lalamunan due to post-nasal drip at sakit sa kakaubo.
Tusiran Forte.
Unilab yan. Dextromethorphan, HBr plus phenylpropanolamine HCl plus paracetamol is the generic name of Tusiran Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Ang numero unong kailangan sa ngayon, extra strong ka dapat para di ka mawasak ng anumang hamong ibigay sa'yo. Ang hanap ng Red Horse Beer, extra strong na tulad mo. Lakas. Tama. Kayang tumindig at harapin ang mga pagsubok na parating. Panatag ang loob na bukas na namnamin mo ang iyong tagumpay. Lakas ng tama pero di wasak sa hamon ng bukas.
Red Horse Extra Strong. The #1 extra strong beer in the world.
Drink responsibly.
Madalas mapasok kapag niluluto para sa pamilya? Basta may paso o burn, United Home Burn Ointment agad.
Unilab yan.
Benzocaine, boric acid, and eucalyptus is the generic name of United Home Burn. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Welcome back to koolNews at noon. Let's continue with our headlines. As one of the strongest allies of Vice President Sara Duterte described her impeachment on Wednesday as a process railroaded by the House of Representatives, but expressed confidence she would be able to face the Senate trial with her head held up high. Salvador Panalo, chief legal counsel during the Duterte administration, said the vice president's lawyers, whom he did not name, are ready for an impeachment trial. She will face the impeachment smilingly, courageously, and competently, Panalo told the Inquirer in a Viber message. Duterte herself has yet to issue a statement on her impeachment at press time. Panalo said, who touted himself as being Duterte's longtime defender since her years as Davao City Mayor, I have repeatedly stated the purpose is to destroy and besmirch the reputation of Vice President Sara, with the ultimate goal of disqualifying her from the 2028 presidential elections, being the leading contender. He also criticized the House members, most of whom had allied themselves with Sara's father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, during his term, for not heeding the overwhelming voice of the people opposing the Vice President's impeachment. Panalo was apparently referring to the January 13 rally for peace held nationwide by the influential sect Iglesia ni Cristo. He said the lawmakers' decision also contradicted the stated position of President Marcos against pursuing such a divisive and unproductive political endeavor that does not benefit a single Filipino. Their move will only galvanize the support of the Filipino people on VP Sara and will fan the flames of disgust and rage against the willful and blatant violation of the guarantees enshrined in the Constitution, Ronaldo said. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, one of Duterte's allies in the Senate, accused the House of deception for impeaching the Vice President on the last day of the regular session of the United Congress before it takes a break for the midterm elections in May. De la Rosa, who is seeking re-election, also noted that the House decided to transmit the articles of impeachment to the Senate just a few days before the official campaign period starts on February 11. They are counting. They will take as such as we sit as judges of the Senate impeachment court while they hit the campaign trail, De la Rosa to reporters. I have been expecting this to happen. I saw the efforts to impeach the Vice President, he said. According to De La Rosa, he and several of his colleagues agreed that the Senate may have to wait until the resumption of the regular session in June before they convene as judges of the impeachment court. The senator said he would leave his fate to the voters as he acknowledged that the development may affect his chances of winning a second term. Despite his close relations with the vice president and her father, he insisted that he would be an impartial senator judge. It's up to you how you perceive me, but I'll still maintain my political neutrality. Just wait for my vote, De La Rosa said. I am not denying that I am close with the president and I am identified with the Dutertes, but my decision will be made once I have studied the articles of impeachment and after the prosecution team has presented their case. He said, I will be apolitical. Meanwhile, the Commission on Elections will presume as paid any online endorsement made by a celebrity, internet personality, or social media influencer in favor of candidates running in the May 12 national and local elections. At the news club in Manila on Wednesday, Comelec George Erwin Garcia said the whole body would soon adopt a resolution requiring online endorsements, whether paid for or a donation, to be reported by candidates in their statements of contributions and ex-partners. When a celebrity is used to endorse a candidate, we will presume that the celebrity is paid, and therefore the candidate should not tell us that the endorsement was free because the celebrity is a friend or an emir, because there is now a presumption of payment, Garcia to reporters. We're not after the celebrity or the influencer. What we're after is the candidate who's saying that the endorsement is free, because if it's free, then it's a donation, he said. According to him, the Comelec policy will not include a definition of a celebrity, and every endorsement will be treated on a case-by-case basis since the endorser may turn out to not be a celebrity at all. But Garcia clarified that the regulation would not apply to online endorsers who are related to the candidate up to the second degree of consanguinity and affinity, saying there is no value for love by a relative endorser. The exemption will also apply to incumbent government officials and politicians who endorse other candidates, especially if they are party mates. Garcia said that free or donated endorsements will be assigned an equivalent amount, and it will be up to the online celebrity to report these for taxation purposes. Under the law, all candidates, whether they won or lost, are required to file with the respective sources within 30 days from election day. Deficiencies in the sources, including failure to report contributions such as endorsements, may lead to penalties for the candidates such as administrative fines or perpetual disqualification from holding public office. Meanwhile, the new head of the Philippine Health Institute Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth, has likened the state health insurer to a sick patient and promised to find a cure for the illnesses, counting its financial health, operating efficiency, as well as its insurance coverage and benefits. Newly appointed PhilHealth President and Chief Executive Officer Edwin Mercado gave the insurance in the press briefing in Malacanan on Wednesday. Mercado, the former vice chair of the Mercado General Hospital, Lime Health Network and the United States trained orthopedic surgeon, described PhilHealth as an ailing patient who needed urgent treatment. He said, "As a physician, I look at PhilHealth as someone who is sick and I am looking for a cure. So that's the first thing I should do, to carefully study what processes need to be changed so that we can carry out President Marcos' directive to expand the benefits and continue its services," he said. Mercado replaced Emmanuel Ledesma Jr. amid a string of controversies, including the transfer of 89.9 billion pesos in excess PhilHealth funds to the National Treasury and the allocation of 138 million pesos for the agency's anniversary celebration in 2025. The state health insurer was also deprived of a subsidy from the government that would have covered the benefits of non-paying members such as the Filipino elderly and indigent citizens. Mercado said his experience on the other side of the fence as a doctor and hospital administrator who dealt with PhilHealth would give him valuable insights into improving its insurance coverage and benefits to bring down the catastrophic out-of-pocket spending of Filipinos on healthcare. He pointed out that Filipinos spend about 45 to 47% of their household expenses on healthcare, much higher than the 2.5 to 2.7% allocation in mature or developed healthcare systems. Okay, sorry about that. He stressed the need to find out which benefits are very impactful among Filipinos to bring down the cost of healthcare. I will suggest that the 20 or 30 diseases that are more common are not necessarily the ones that cause catastrophic spending. So I will look at the data on what illnesses cause catastrophic spending among Filipinos, and we will probably focus on that. We will do targeted or differentiated benefit management, Mercado said. He also noted that the objective of PhilHealth is to further expand the benefits without affecting the delivery of other services. So what we will do first is tackle our financial reporting so that it is cleaner, more standard. We want to standardize our financial report. It's difficult to analyze financial reports if the definitions are different. Excuse me, guys. Give me one moment. All right, let's continue. We want to standardize our financial reports. It's difficult to analyze financial reports if the definitions are different. There are standard accounting definitions there, so we will include that so that our reporting is clean and transparent, Mercado said. Mercado vowed to truly study PhilHealth's financial statements from previous years to determine its financial health and see what other steps need to be taken, noting that the agency's last audited financial statement was for 2022. We will prioritize a review of our processes for efficiency because it seems that as of now, we can still plug some leaks and avoid some wastage. He said, adding that funds saved could be used to further expand PhilHealth's benefits. He also pushed for the digitalization of PhilHealth's system to efficiently process health claims and collect those that are WS are questionable. Recalling his experience as a hospital administrator, Ricardo said many of the return to hospital claims that were not fraudulent turned out to have only spelling errors or incomplete documents that could be easily complied with. He said he would look at the possibility of improving or expediting the filing and processing of claims so that the hospitals could be paid on time. We will really push for digitalization because that's our long-term solution for claims adjudication. We also need the data from that to determine how much funds we need in planning our budget, he explained, adding that the digitalized PhilHealth would also self-correct or mitigate any opportunity for corruption. The PhilHealth chief also brought up the possibility of giving incentives such as expedite payments to hospitals and healthcare providers who will comply with the government's standard of care and have a consistently good outcome of treatment for patients. He also promised to review the state health insurance staff to determine if there is any need to reshuffle the agency's officials and employees. Now into the international headlines. Fox News said Wednesday it has hired Donald Trump's daughter-in-law Lara Trump to be a program host, an unprecedented move by a family member of the sitting U.S. president. The 42-year-old former co-chair of the Republican National Committee will host a primetime show, My View with Lara Trump, to air Saturday nights on the Fox News channel. Fox News Media Chief Executive Susan Nin Scott called Lara Trump a gifted communicator in a statement announcing her appointment. I am thrilled to bring my voice back to Fox News, talk directly with the American people, and highlight what makes this country so great, Lara Trump said, according to the network. And Argentina said Wednesday it will quit the World Health Organization, following in the footsteps of Donald Trump's United States and citing several complaints over the UN body's management of the COVID-19 pandemic. Railing against the economic fallout of COVID-19 lockdowns, President Javier Milei lamented one of the most bizarre crimes against humanity as he explained the reasons for the move. Argentina's self-declared anarcho-capitalist leader said the WHO had been the executing arm of what was the greatest experiment in social control in history. The South American country announced its withdrawal from the UN held agency 2 weeks after Trump, an ideological ally and hero of Milei, signaled Washington's planned exit. Milei's decision was based on deep differences regarding health management, especially during the pandemic, spokesman Manuel Aldoni told reporters earlier, adding Argentina would not allow an international body to interfere in our sovereignty. And finally, in the entertainment, 2 months after the premiere of the Metro Manila Film Festival quarter for entry and the breadwinner is, Mars Raquel apologized to Vice Ganda for being absent during the film's promotion. Russell took the opportunity to apologize when she appeared on the Hide and Sing segment of the February 5 episode of It's Showtime. As she was giving her feedback to one of the segment's contestants, Vice Ganda playfully called Raquel out for butting in adult conversations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 1 minute before 12:30 p.m. and that brings us to the end of koolNews at noon. We will return with more news headlines with koolNews at 6 and koolNews prime time at 10:30 p.m. later tonight. You can also send us your comments, suggestions, and feedback to our email at tvhphilippines.news@gmail.com. Until then, I'm Carol. This has been koolNews at noon. The music continues right here on Kool FM with your station. This is home. Good afternoon.